Am I the meanest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the prettiest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Pawn's drunk.
Well, who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
Who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
I can't hear you.
Pawn's drunk. AKA Mr. Moo Woo Shot himself.
Of Harlem.
What up? You already know this is Punch Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moo Shot himself, aka el adobo, el sazón, el borracho, el pastor de boxeo. Dímelo, mi gente. Dímelo, mi gente. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know, man. The Super Bowl week is going to be an incredible week in the sport of boxing and all, you know, in sports, in the sports industry. Las Vegas, Nevada, Super Bowl week. We got Teofimo Lopez versus Jermaine Ortiz. Co-main event, Keyshawn David versus Jose Pedraza. It's going to be a good card, y'all. Emiliano Vargas in the card as well. Mason in the card as well. It's going to be a wonderful card, man. Wonderful card. It's been a good start of the 2024 year. I think it's kept the momentum. Virgil Ortiz is back out there at Golden Boy Promotions in the zone. We seen Borazo El Viejo do his thing versus O'Hara Davies. Man, hopefully they don't drop him, but I think that's the business of boxing. The Golden Boy Promotions may drop O'Hara Davis. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That's the man. You lose in the first round, and man, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough for him, yo. It's gonna be rough. So yo, the young hungry lions are stepping up. I reported and confirmed that Kid Austin is in negotiations and is going to finalize the deal with Jojo Diaz. That's going to be a good step up for Kid Austin. Floyd Schofield signed with Golden Boy Promotion. I told y'all in the end of the year that Golden Boy Promotion is going to take over the first quarter of this 2024 year. So we already got Virgil Ortiz back, and I know there was a little bit of a controversial stoppage, premature stoppage by Tony Weeks once again, but it's not Virgil Ortiz's fault. And I do think that Virgil Ortiz, I think he was going to stop the dude probably in the next round anyway. The way that the momentum was going for Virgil Ortiz and the way that this guy couldn't get out of the way from the right hand. Frederick Lawson and that. What else? We got Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia to be facing John Ryder that but I mean he made it a fight versus Canelo Alvarez, and I knew that if you go 12 with Canelo Alvarez, he's gonna get another big fight, another big opportunity. So Jaime Munguia versus Ryder is another opportunity for John Ryder, and that's what I'm talking about. I've been saying for quite some time. I said, you know, everything is not about winning and losing, but it's how you win and how you lose. And the way that he lost, his stock didn't drop, just like Pitbull Cruz versus Javante Tan Davis. His stock didn't drop. What's good, Ron in the building? What's good, Edwin in the building? What's good, Rupp in the building? Was good, man. 1978 was good. So John Ryder got another chance to put himself in position for a title shot versus Jaime Munguia. And I know that the fans want to see Canelo Alvarez, the 4th division world champion, super middleweight undisputed, King Nelo, aka Cartelo, aka Cash Nelo, aka Payday, aka get the fuck out of here, man. I know a lot of people want to see Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez. The WBC better do their job and mandate and order Canelo Alvarez and David Benavidez. But if not, I won't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if Jaime Munguia KOs John Ryder and do something that Canelo Alvarez couldn't do. I could see Canelo Alvarez choosing to fight Jaime Munguia. And Jaime Munguia's resume is not far away from David Benavidez. As a matter of fact, you can compare the resume. Matter of fact, Jaime Munguia been jumping on three weight classes. So in all actuality, Jaime Munguia is I know the hype with David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez been good, but Jaime Munguia, if he stops John Ryder, he got an argument that he could be the front runner for the Canelo Alvarez sweepstakes. Randy in the building. What's good? Randy in the building. Dímelo, Randy con la bandera de República Dominicana. Randy, ¿dónde está Randy? La bandera de Randy. La bandera, la música de Randy. ¡Vamos! Dímelo, Randy. Latinos Unidos. DJ Camelo, Alex Sensation, págame la música, Yanketing. Y'all already know, ladies and gentlemen, this Super Bowl week. Let's play the promo. Let's play the promo. The promo Super Bowl week. Teofimo Lopez versus Jermaine Ortiz. Keyshawn Davis versus Jose Pedraza. Let's go.
I question myself for a good reason. I've always been my worst critic. And you guys got a little glimpse of it, but I just gotta ask you one thing and one thing only. Do I still got it?
It's a 10, baby. Let's make history, baby. It's the beginning, baby. This is the beginning, baby.
I told y'all though, don't call this a comeback. This is the takeover. They all man-made. Teofimo is self-made. They can never make another one.
I think I might move up to 140, but if there's a good fight, a big fight for a world championship, a big name, 140, I'll stick around. I'm not afraid of challenges, and I'm here to try to prove that I'm the best of myself, not to anybody else.
I'll take all them boys and take their whole dreams away. I'm here to be their nightmare. I told y'all it's a takeover. We doing what we doing, man. Hey, it ain't my fault.
Let's go. Super Bowl week, ladies and gentlemen. Super Bowl week, February 8th. Super Bowl week. Epic. Everybody gonna be out there. Jackie Hernandez. Jackie, la reina de boxeo. Jackie. Dímelo, Jackie, la reina, the queen. ¿Qué lo que, Jackie? What happened? Ladies and gentlemen, Teofimo Lopez had a recent interview with Boxing Social and said that, man, that George Kambosos better keep his father's name out his mouth. You know what I'm saying? He said he better keep his father's name out his mouth. Woo, man. He said, man, you ducked the fight. You wanted to face Vasily Lomachenko. You ducked the fight. And if you keep on talking about my father, I don't talk about your father. If you keep on talking about my father, hey, we're going to take it to the alley. We got to take it to the courtyard or whatever. Hey, I'm going to say it like this, man. That fight probably going to need to happen. That probably going to need to happen. Even if I feel that, you know what I'm saying, that Teofimo Lopez already showed the whole world when he beat John Cena and beat the man to become the man, the king in the 140-pound division. Is like, yo, my man, y'all know what was my condition. And this guy still couldn't get me out of there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knew my condition. But you know what? Sweep it under the rug. He said, yeah, you beat me. But you know what? Better stop talking ish about my family. I ain't talking ish about yours. I ain't saying nothing about your father. Keep my father's name out your mouth. Teofimo Lopez, man. I think he's gonna need that fight with George Kambosos, to be honest, man. They gotta put that one to rest. They gotta put that one to rest. They try to make the fight happen, but you know what I'm saying? I think that fight will have to take place. If it's not the Sabrina Matias, if you get, of course, if Teofimo Lopez beats Jermaine Ortiz February 8th, June, I hope they get the Sabrina Matias fight out here in Madison Square Garden, New York City, Puerto Rican Day Parade. But, you know what I'm saying? George Kambosos' work need to happen. And I think that George Kambosos don't want to fight Teofimo Lopez because that's his way to get in. I don't believe that people think that in the rematch, George Kambosos is gonna beat Teofimo Lopez. I don't think y'all gonna bet y'all money. Not that 100% Teofimo Lopez, I know that. But I think that George Kambosos is just capitalizing off that win. He's stretching out that win. He got to deal with Top Rank just because of that win. He's relevant because of that win. Because in all reality, he got beaten by Devin Haney, got outboxed by Devin Haney, 24 rounds, didn't win a round. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't get demoralized. So once you don't get demoralized, it's like I said again in the beginning of the live, it's not about losing and winning, but it's how you win and how you lose. And to put somebody out, to put somebody into irrelevancy, you got to demoralize them, knock them out, stop them, demoralize them. And you know what? Devin Haney beat George Kambosos twice, didn't win a round, but he demoralized him to the point where, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, this guy should retire or something like that. So you do that, you know what I'm saying? He's going to keep that. He's going to keep on mentioning that win versus Teofimo Lopez because that's his highlight of his career. And he's going to capitalize that business-wise. And I know that must irk the TO side. End of the day, man, you capitalize that victory on your name. You're probably going to have to take that victory back just like Anthony Joshua did Andy Ruiz, just like Subriel Matias did the other guy that actually beat him. What's his name? Avavishanan, something like that, man. Something like that. But what y'all think? What Teofimo Lopez going to show up? What Teofimo Lopez going to show up? Does Teofimo Lopez fight to the level of his competition? Because I know when Teofimo Lopez fights the guys, the top dogs, the pound-for-pound caliber fighter, like Vasily Lomachenko, when he fought a champion like Richard Comey, he knocked him out. When he fought Vasily Lomachenko, when Vasily Lomachenko was regarded pound-for-pound, 1, 2, 3, you could flip it around. He outboxed him, handcuffed him for the first 7 rounds. And then in the 12th round, y'all already know what he did, man. Landed 50% of his power shots and ended the night real good. Sando Martin probably fought to the level of his competition. George Kambosos fought to the level of his competition. Probably Nakatani fought to the level of his competition. Then he fought Josh Taylor. When Teofimo Lopez want to get up for a fight, and Teofimo Lopez know that this is the guy, when Teofimo Lopez is on the underdog side of things, hey, yo, man, he wins like if he's in another level. He is in another level. We know when Teofimo Lopez, when the lights are brighter, he shows that he's in another level. So now Jermaine Ortiz is coming up from 135-pound division like he did. He beat him in the amateurs. So does Teofimo Lopez feel like he's great competition? Is he really going to get up for this fight? Is he really thinking about Jermaine Ortiz, or he's thinking about I'm trying to make a good show. I'm trying to impress the people. I'm trying to impress the network. I'm trying to impress the fans. I wanted to be a showman, and probably thinking about how he's going to win, and maybe it's not going to be like that. Is he going to fight to the level of his competition, or he's going to be the Teofimo Lopez that we all know he could be and is at the moment right now and is the king of the 140 pound? Is he going to fight like a king? What's good? What's good? What's good? Dímelo. Jace in the building. Con los 5 pesos de Super Chari Body Gay. Fight with Kambosos will never happen. Lopez going to keep winning and Kambosos going to keep losing. It won't have no interest. That's what I was saying. You know, that's my initial thought, to be honest, my initial feelings. But George Kambosos is capitalizing off that win and is going to keep on capitalizing because that's his only highlight. He can't shut up about that highlight. That's his moneymaker right now. That's his way to the negotiation table to any promotional company. He got the deal with Top Rank. Top Rank, when they don't feel like you good, they X you out. They drop you just like they did Elvis Rodriguez after he lost to Sims Jr. Boom, he got booted out. You know what I'm saying? If they don't feel like you're going to be something, they cool. So they signed George Kambosos. Because they keep capitalizing business-wise on that win with Teofimo Lopez. Good looking out, Jace. I appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you, brother. Then Tio Smoke Compa. Let me see what a poll at. Let me see what a poll at. The poll is which TO would show up versus Jermaine Ortiz. 50% says TO that beat Taylor. 4% said TO that fought Kambosos. 4% says TO that fought Comey. 42% says the best TO up to date. So this is the best TO we ever going to see. Better than when he fought Vasily Lomachenko. Better than he fought Josh Taylor. Better than he fought anybody. This is going to be 40% got the best TO that we ever seen. So y'all trying to say that he's going to outclass in TO? 48% says TO that beat Taylor. So he's going to outclass Jermaine Ortiz, but it's going to go a whole 12. That's what y'all trying to say. Jermaine Ortiz is tough. Jermaine Ortiz knows TO. TO knows Jermaine Ortiz. Yes, Teofimo Lopez broke his dreams. You know what I'm saying? In 2015, Teofimo Lopez beat Jermaine Ortiz in the Golden Glove Nationals. So Jermaine Ortiz got a chip on his shoulder. And shout out to Jermaine Ortiz for doing something that Subriel Matias didn't want to do, what Jose Ramirez didn't want to do, and what George Kambosos didn't want to do. It signed that deal for February 8th Super Bowl week. You got to give credit. You got to give credit to Jermaine Ortiz because this is a do or die for Jermaine Ortiz. It might be a do or die. Remember, he also just signed a deal with Top Rank, and his first outing not coming in weight. He already set a bad like it was unprofessionalism for his first fight with Top Rank. Even though that he won, the end of the day, he did come out. I mean, he did come overweight. Chino in the building, Jimbo Slice in the building, TD in the building. Said T.O.'s running scored from Barbosa, who ranked number 1. T.O. running scared. I don't know how somebody is a two division world champion, 2 lineal time champion, and still trollers will say something about scared. Like, didn't he prove to you? So you telling me he fought Vasily Lomachenko when he was regarded pound for pound 1, 2, 3, you can flip it around. Then he fought Josh Taylor pound for pound in the king in the 140 pound division. And he moved up, but he's scared of Barbosa. Yo, I know there's some new drugs out there. I know there's fentanyl out there and stuff like that. I know what Sleepy Joe did to people like this. I know. Look, I know. I read the news. I remember this was like 2 years ago. 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Sleepy Joe sent a lot of crack pipes to these communities and stuff like that. And TDXC is one of those recipients of these crack pipes. So he smoked it, put it in his mouth, his ears, his butthole, and stuff like that. Now he's all cracked up. And now he looking like this right now. This is how I see the people with these comments. So now T.O.'s running scared, but he wasn't running scared from Richard Comey. He wasn't running scared from Lomachenko. He wasn't running scared from Josh Taylor, but he's running scared from Barbosa. Can anybody make sense of this? Or is it crack? It got to be one of the two. Does it make sense or is crackish? We got to quit it with this crackish statement. This is boxing. This is boxing. I don't understand. This is not an intervention channel. You know what I'm saying? This is not what's that channel about the they do things with the they interview crack users and heroin addicts and stuff like that. This is TDXC. This is not the channel. I'm sorry. You know, so I probably need to find another channel so you can explore your opinions, your crackish opinions. But it doesn't make sense. We need to make sense out here. You know what I'm saying? It looks like that the boxing world, the boxing community has become a nut house. Soft white, yes. Soft white, yes, Jackie. You know, Jackie, yes. Soft white underbelly. Soft white underbelly. That's Ayo. And to be honest, I'm intrigued sometimes. Listen, so I know what this guy comes from. He comes from soft white underbelly. Man, because you just can't make this up, man. You can't make this up. What's good, Mill City Boxing? What's good, man? That stuff be so sad, right, Jackie? Shout out to Mill City Boxing doing a wonderful job in the sport of boxing. What's good, Mill City? What's good? Hey, yo, Mill City, what you think about this, Mill City? Come on, give me, because Boricua. Look at this, Mill City. Look at this, Mill City. What you think about this, Mill? What you think about this? Bam. The real, hold on. Let me take you out for a minute. Look at that, Mill City. What you think about that, my brother? You know, Boricua, you know what I'm saying? We got to show love to the Boricuas. They know how to step up. You feel me, Mill? You know? What you think about that? The real Boricua with cojones that stepped up to fight Teofimo Lopez versus the cloud chasing go out of it. What do you feel about that, Mill? Look at that, man. We got to give, hey, yo, shout out to Massachusetts in the building. Boricua, Dominicano, Jermaine Ortiz. He's ready to go. He signed the contract. He said, yo, give me a contract. He ain't do what Subriel Matias did. He ain't do what Jose Ramirez did. He ain't do what Jose Cambosa did. They ain't run for cover when they found a contract, when the managers gave them a contract. Let's go, Jermaine Ortiz. Massachusetts in the building. Boricua. A Boricua que tiene cojones. A Boricua that got balls. A Boricua that got heart. A Boricua that got pride. Let's go, Jermaine Ortiz, for signing that deal versus Teofimo Lopez. He ain't running like, he ain't got no excuses. His hand don't hurt. I know he go through, I know he be sparring and sometimes get hurt in the gym, but Jermaine Ortiz is a real warrior that stepped up. Do people even know that Ortiz has PR in him? Yeah, that's why you got Punch Drunk Boxing. I gotta let them know who Jermaine Ortiz is. He's a pride Puerto Rican Dominican, a pride fighter that when he get a contract on the table for for a good amount of money and a legacy. He's about to fight the man. We always say, hey, yo, fighters is daring to be great. Jermaine Ortiz is stepping up, daring to be great because he's fighting the king in the 140-pound division. He's fighting the king, the top dog, the pound for pound, the lineal. At least he had the heart and the balls to sign that contract. Not this cloud chasing cobarde, that calls everybody a cow and a pussy and they're scared and he got a contract on the table and then he don't know how to read it. Get out of here, man. That's what I'm talking about, Jermaine Ortiz. Man, I like Jermaine Ortiz. I know that Teofimo Lopez is going to do his thing, and I predict that Teofimo Lopez is gonna beat Jermaine Ortiz. But I gotta give Jermaine Ortiz props to dare stepping up, moving up, daring to be great. One of the pound for pound, you know what I'm saying? The pound for pound and the 140-pound king and Teofimo Lopez. So I'm talking about. Oh man. I do find Tszyu an official fight poster a bit telling. Ortiz versus Tszyu gonna be fire, right? You know what I'm saying? It should have been. It should have been. It could have been. It could have been Subriel, but you know. Hopefully Subriel Matias and his team do what I know they're going to do. Because I know, as a matter of fact, my source comes from that side of the fence. So I know what they're going to do. Subriel Matias is going to be on hold. PBC is not going to put any fights to late March or maybe April. And Matias is going to be part of the plan of this Amazon Prime deal. He's going to get his fight. You know what I'm saying? Probably they're going to be pushing forward for that June date or probably a little bit earlier. You know what I'm saying? Keep momentum. He's not going to get a fight with Teofimo Lopez or anybody outside of the PBC banner. And that's what it is. Now, they can milk y'all out with this hand stuff. They can milk y'all and y'all could turn it to Peter Pan and start making believe like this is what it is. This is business. And the right business move is for Subriel Matias not to fight guys like Teofimo Lopez. It's to build the audience of the Puerto Rican fan base, the Coto fan base, the Trinidad fan base. And they're going to do that in June probably and get Matias in the ring with somebody going to knock out. I believe it's Subriel Matias. He's going to knock him out. And then probably get Richardson Hitchens in Brooklyn and knock that dude out too. If Richardson Hitchens if Richardson Hitchens don't want that work, get yourself out of the IBF. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to do the 10 pounds rehydration of the IBF requires, then get out and stop cloud chasing people. All right. That's another guy. Richardson Hitchens. See, I keep it unbiased logically and objectively. I don't give a damn if you Latino. I don't give a damn if you from New York City. I'm going to keep it consistent. If Richardson Hitchens is not ready to do the IBF 10 pounds rehydration clause, then get out the rankings and stop calling out people's names because you're wasting your time. You know what I'm saying? So Barbosa is a mandatory position for the people saying that. But what about Barbosa? I'm gonna tell you like this: Teofimo Lopez got elevated as a super champion, meaning he's not gonna be mandated for 18 months. So he beat Josh Taylor. When was it? Was it June? All right, the next June is gonna be a year. So Teofimo Lopez is going to have 3 fights where he doesn't have to face Barbosa. The only way that Teofimo Lopez is going to face Barbosa if he volunteers to fight Barbosa. But guess what? If that fight didn't happen on Top Rank, what makes you think that fight is going to happen with Golden Boy Promotions and Top Rank? I know that Golden Boy Promotion and Top Rank, they're on good standings and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, if that fight didn't happen when Barbosa was there, you know, I don't think it's going to happen. I think that Teofimo Lopez, if he fights, he's going to be fighting in February. I think that he has a great chance in fighting 3 times this year. So we got Teofimo Lopez in February, probably Teofimo Lopez in June, and then we got Teofimo Lopez in December in Heisman night, his traditional night. So hopefully, you know, he stays busy. Hopefully he wins these fights, and maybe they'll send another contract. They're working on. They still talking to each other. Make believe the Teofimo Lopez still wants to bring Matias on June. He's saying, and think about it. Teofimo Lopez haven't even talking nothing about Subriel Matias. He said, cool, you injured. I get it. I do what you got to do. I see you in June. We get you in June. Well, what's going to happen? Subriel Matias is going to fight around that time, and he's going to come out with the same narrative that people are coming out. Well, yo, when you fought when I want you to wait. So now you want me to wait for you, Tio. And that's going to be the game right there. But I'm letting you know the narrative before it happens. Hitchens has a fight with Catterall. That's not a guaranteed win. Maybe. Jimbo Slice. So there's going to be a good fight. Which Teofimo Lopez is going to show up? which Teofimo Lopez is going to show up. Is Teofimo Lopez fights to the level of his competition, or Teofimo Lopez is going to be, you know what I'm saying? It's all right, man. It's all right. Let the trolls be the trolls, you know what I'm saying? They're the one that's looking like dummies. It's all right, man. That's why boxing got different opinions, and it's all right. But put it this way, also, I did a video earlier on today, and I said, yo, if the WBC is going to mandate Devin Haney to fight Sandor Martin, they better mandate and order the fight. I'm tired of hearing, oh, WBC mandatory. WBC mandatory. Ain't no such thing as WBC mandatory until the WBC order to negotiations and give it a date, and then order the purse bid. And once you order the purse bid and y'all don't go through the fight, then you strip them. I'm tired of hearing these mandatory. Oh, he's a mandatory. He's a mandatory. David Benavidez has been a mandatory for 2 years. If the WBC is going to mandate Devin Haney to face Sandor Martin, they better mandate Canelo Alvarez to face David Benavidez and order that stuff. If they can't negotiate a deal, give a purse bid. You know what I'm saying? They got to do that. Danny Medina in the building. Danny, the Tio that fought Diego Mandaleno. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? That was a good fight by Tio. Tio seems like he's in a happy place. It's a great thing seeing him with his son. You already know, man, fatherhood is prominent in the sport of boxing. But also it's going to be a good fight. Hey, Matias gets smashed by Ishmael. Hey, yo, I'm gonna tell you like this: the real boogeyman in the 140-pound division now, that everybody going duck because nobody want to look stupid. They don't know how to predict this man. The real boogeyman in the 140-pound division, mark my words, is gonna be this guy. It's gonna be Ishmael. It's gonna be Ishmael Barroso, el viejo, el abuelito del boxeo, the grandfather of boxing. He is the boogeyman. He is going to be the ultimate boogeyman, because trust me, the matchmakers do not understand this guy or what could they predict what this man is going to do. Because think about it, you put Barroso versus I dare Subriel Matias fight Barroso next. They won't put him. They'll be embarrassed. They'll lose out. His career will end before it even starts. Put El Viejo versus Ryan Garcia. Put El Viejo versus Gary Antoine Russell. Put El Viejo versus Devin Haney. Put El Viejo versus Tio. Put El Viejo. I'm gonna tell you like this: they're gonna want to take that risk. I think he's gonna not that the fighters. I'm not saying that the fighters is scared of Barroso. I'm saying their business handlers will not take the risk with this man. They will not take. He's the Rocky Balboa. He is the Rocky Balboa of boxing right now. He is the Rocky Balboa. He is the Cinderella man. I am telling you, this is the boogeyman in the 140-pound division. And I ain't talking about again, I don't believe that the fighters are scared of him. No, I think that the business handlers, what he did to Rolly, almost messed up the card. He almost effed up the plans with PBC, and he effed up the plans with Golden Boy Promotions. This is the man. They can't understand the power of this man. I'm telling you, folks. I'm telling you. People are going to be reluctant to put that man in the ring. The business hand is going to be reluctant to put that man in the ring. Rider of the Storm, dímelo. Rider of the Storm in the building. Dímelo, mi hermano. What's good, man? Keyshawn Davis versus Jose Pedraza. What y'all feel about that fight? Keyshawn Davis, of course, should have had his own main event. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? He got weed in the system. I don't know. If the fight was in Nevada, then I think he never would have been suspended, or the fight. He got suspended? I forgot if he got suspended or not, but I know that he had the weed in the system, or they took the fight away. They took that fight away. That fight became a no contest. That's what it was. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. The Texas, yeah, let me say that, yeah, they put that as a no contest versus Nahir Altright. You know what I'm saying? So they took that out of his record. But Jose Pedraza is going to be a good fight. Jose Pedraza is going to be a good fight. See, the last fight, he took a loss with Arnold Barbosa. But again, the problem with Arnold Barbosa, and I did a short video about it, the problem with Arnold Barbosa is that Arnold Barbosa, he does not send a statement. He does not make a statement. Danny, con $2 pesos de Super Chari Party K. Viejo, the Rio Cuco, El Cuco. That's going to be his name too, El Cuco. So Jose Pedraza only lost to Arnold Barbosa, Jose Ramirez, Jose Cepeda, Vasily Lomachenko, and Gervonta Tank Davis. So he's only lost to good names. But B. Beltran, that was good. Antonio Moran, that was a good. It was a decent name. That was a decent name back in the days and stuff like that. Split decision versus Richard Comey. I'm sorry, split decision draw versus Richard Comey. Let me see what was the I forgot. It was a close fight with Arnold Barbosa. 94-96. Two judges, 94-96, and another one 97-93. You know what I'm saying? Good looking out for the $2 pesos de plátano, Danny Medina, de lo mío. So I think that's gonna be a good fight. And the good thing about it is that these young fighters, I like you gotta respect what Top Rank is doing too, man. They moving these fighters quick, like they move Shakur Stevenson quick, they moved Teofimo Lopez quick, and now Keyshawn Davis only got how many fights? I remember when I was interviewing him before he even turned pro, and I said Keyshawn Davis got, hold on. Keyshawn Davis right now is 9-0. 9-0. He beats Jose Pedraza. I think he's going to get into a mandatory position, in my opinion. In 135-pound division, Keyshawn Davis. And to be honest, man, he might have to go through his friend Shakur Stevenson. Might have to fight him. If he's going to be moving up that quick like that, he might have to. Keyshawn Davis, Kid Austin, Keyshawn Davis, Andy Cruz. I don't know, but I saw Pedraza winning against Ramirez by split decision. That was a good fight. That was a close fight right there. So Jose Pedraza is not really out the mix. It's not really out the mix. It's not really out the mix. But has Keyshawn Davis, let me ask y'all, has he made a statement, a statement performance, a statement win? You know what I'm saying? I think that's what he needs, in my opinion. You know, like Xander Zayas, I believe he needs a statement win. Keyshawn Davis, Kid Austin going to be fighting Jojo Diaz. That's gonna be a fight right there. I'm liking how these young guys are moving, in my opinion. Dímelo Fernandez, dímelo Plátano, I'm in the house con la bandera de República Dominicana. Dímelo, mi hermano. It's gonna be a good fight. But of course, I think it's fair. It's fair to wonder which Teofimo Lopez is gonna show up. It's fair. That's a fair assessment. You know what I'm saying? It's a fair assessment. Got to keep it unbiased, logically, and objectively. Teofimo Lopez in the past has a habit of fighting to the level of his competition. And when Teofimo Lopez does good, the next fight is, when Teofimo Lopez did good versus Vasily Lomachenko, his next fight was, but of course, I understand he should have never been in the ring, but in the end of the day, once you step inside the ring, you're going to be, can't express the excuses, right? And then the Sando Martin and the Pedro Compa fight, it was good. Get his feet wet in the 140-pound division, in which even the way that Pedro Compa did fight Brandon Lee, you know what I'm saying? People understood that, oh, yo, Pedro Compa is not this walk in the park. Now we got the Sando Martin. I believe he beat him. Sando Martin didn't do really anything to win. Yeah, he got the knockdown in the second round. But after that, what the hell did Sando Martin did throughout the fight? Yeah, at the end of the day, Teofimo Lopez didn't look special that fight. But then he looked special versus Josh Taylor. so special that he was the underdog, and people was trying to say that he wasn't mentally fit or mentally ready to fight Josh Taylor. He proved a lot of people wrong. I didn't see nobody humble the boxing world quite like Teofimo Lopez did 2023, one of the best years in the sport of boxing. He proved a lot of people wrong, a lot of pundits, a lot of trainers, a lot of boxers, a lot of opinions, man. He proved a lot of people wrong. Juan in the building. Saludo. Bakersfield in the building. Lono's boxing in the building. What's good, my brother? HJD is full blown love. Antonio Why y'all going at my brother HLD like that? What's wrong with y'all, man? Teo humbled everyone. Facts. Humbled everybody. Let's see what the 140-pound division is alive and well. The 135-pound division is good. The 154-pound division is going to be one of the best divisions in the sport of boxing, man. And of course, and the score was good, my brother. And of course, if we do get Virgil Ortiz, and they're already talking, the team's already talking on Virgil Ortiz and Tszyu. The teams are talking. I like that fight, y'all. I like that fight. And I do think that Virgil Ortiz is going to beat Tszyu. Is it going to be next? I don't know. But I'm saying like this, Tszyu versus Virgil Ortiz, man, that's going to be a hell of a fight. And I like his call out. His call out was realistic. You know what I'm saying? Some people make a call out. It's not realistic. That call out is realistic. Virgil Ortiz and Tszyu, I do believe where they at in their career at the moment, they're here. You know, of course, Tszyu did fight ex-world champion in Tony Harrison. Did beat Brian Mendoza that beat Fundora, that was supposed to be the guy in 154. Before the hype of Tszyu, the hype was Sebastian Fundora in 154, and he lost. And now a lot of people weren't even talking about him, but he's still an enigma. He's still an enigma out there. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see. I do think that though, I don't want people to bypass Erickson Lubin and fighting Tszyu. I do think that Erickson Lubin earned the right to fight Tszyu by beating Jesus Ramos. I would like to see that Erickson Lubin fight. I think that if they could work out a deal where Tszyu going to fight Erickson Lubin, if Tszyu gets a win over Erickson Lubin, that the only blemish in his career was losing early on when he was 21 years old to Jermaine Charlo in the first round, and losing to Fundora, yo, the 154-pound division is stacked up. It's stacked up, and we don't know who's going to win in it. It's like any given Sunday, who's going to win? Any given Sunday, who's going to win? You know? Ryan Garcia versus Rolly. Ortiz versus Tszyu is going to be a fireworks. That fight is going to let me show some of the tweets. Ortiz versus Tszyu is going to be a fireworks. That fight is going to go into a decision. That fight is going to be fireworks because both of these guys stand on their ground, and both of these guys be throwing bombs. And I think right now in their career, I think Tszyu is highly comfortable. He's active, one of the most active fighters in the sport of boxing, or probably now that we could call him a champion, probably the active champion in the most active belt holder. Tszyu, and we got to give credit to Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker stepping back in the ring in March. He already fought 4 times in 2023. We don't hear that. That's different. You know what I'm saying? Tszyu Lubin is probably nothing but official. Boots Ennis before. I would like to see Boots Ennis versus Mario Barrios, just because these are realistic fights. I rather mention. What's good, Sean? What's good? He said I mentioned Tia and Low pulled up. Tszyu fought 3 times in 2023. Ocampo, Harrison, and Mendoza. Yep. No doubt, Low knows boxing. So yeah, man, I was supposed to have an interview, but the gentleman is taking a long time, and probably we're gonna have to do this tomorrow. Not gonna mention the name, but it's supposed to be a surprise interview.
Black fighters, listen, I'm a black fighter. For crying out, I fight like a black fighter, and I'm Spanish.
What Teofimo Lopez said?
None of that. You know, people want to call me racist for what? What have I said racist about? Black fighters? Black fighters, listen, I'm a black fighter for crying out. I fight like a black fighter, and I'm Spanish. So, shoot, I'm black from the waist down. You feel me? So, none of that.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Teo, man, he's gonna ring bells again, bro. He said he black from the waist down. It's funny when Teo. It's funny when. It's funny how, man, people want Spanish people to identify themselves with. It's cool when we and this is what it is. If you identify yourself as black, they'll be like, nah, but you Spanish, but no, but you Latino. And then when you Latino, you be like, no, I'm Latino, I'm Dominican, but that's black. Or Puerto Rican, but that's black. Oh, but Honduras, but that's black. People like to pick and choose when people like to identify you like, no, they want to control you. No, you're Latino when I say that you're Latino, and you're black when I say you're black. Yo, but Punch, you know that everybody black. All right, so I'm black. But you Latino though. Okay. They trying to bully. They people like to bully. You know, people like to bully. So when he goes, you could keep the black fighters. But yo, Teofimo Lopez, you don't know that back in the days, everybody came from the motherland. He black too. It's crazy. It's crazy how it is, man. Society, man. People like to bully people. No, you identify with it. You black when I say you black, and you Latino when I say you Latino. It's funny, yo. All my life has been like that. That's why I think that's a constant subject. You know what I'm saying? Time to spam the chat and be annoying. Get ready, Jackie. Punch. I'm American when I get pulled over. I'm Mexican when I'm with the homies. Hey, yo, man. We whatever. You know what it is? I think that other ethnicity don't understand when other ethnicity is proud to be what they identify themselves with. You know what I'm saying? So if a Puerto Rican or the Dominican or Cuban be like, yo soy cubano. No, pero you're black though. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the slaves went to Cuba. I'm African. All right. I'm African. Okay. All right. I'm African. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. It's like, this is what it is. The ethnicity in America, there's no such thing that's called black. That's what it is. So I think that there's an ethnicity, and I'm not saying within the culture, but I feel because in this country they stripped the Africans from their identity when they arrived here, and all of a sudden they adopted the black, because the black name is not an identity. It's not an identity. It's not a race. It's not really a race. There is no where's the black nation. You know what I'm saying? There's the African nation, there's the European nation, there's the Asian nation, or Chinese or Korean. In the Caribbean, you got Barbados, you got Dominican, you got, you know what I'm saying, you South Africa, you got Brazil, you got Paraguay, you got whatever it is, right? But here the thing is that people here are so there's certain people that don't even know their own identity. So they want to tell people their identity. So they may be an ignorant, let's say an ignorant person that says, but everybody black. No, not everybody black. No, not everybody white. No. Let people identify what they identify. You a proud Dominican, you a proud Cuban, you a proud Puerto Rican, you a proud American, you a proud Chinaman, you a proud Japanese, you a proud. But the thing is, but no. You Dominicans and you Puerto Ricans just don't want to be black. No, because black is identified as African American. If you don't identify yourself as African American, you say that you're black. Not everybody identify with that culture. So a Caribbean guy is gonna be like, no, like, you know, the joke is, I know black. No, it's because he doesn't identify with the black culture. He identify himself with the Dominican culture, the Cuban culture, the Puerto Rican culture, the Honduras culture, the Brazilian culture. But because there is no identity, they stripped you from the identity. You call yourself black, but there is no such thing as black. There is no such thing as white. There's no such thing as yellow. There's no such thing as purple. There's no such thing as that. You know what I'm saying? There's no such thing as black and white. There's no such thing. There is not a country named white. There is not a country named black. There is not a country named yellow. There's not a country named purple. I am from the Green Nation. There's not a country named Orange. No, Donald Trump is not from the Orange Nation. Most blacks in America don't show their true roots, so they identify. Exactly, that's what it is. But the thing is, there's certain people that don't want to admit it. Just say that you don't know. I'm gonna say it like this: identifying yourself with a color. And I said this before. Identifying yourself as black, identifying yourself as white, is the same. Is the equivalent of Malcolm X putting an X on his name. Why he put an X behind his name? Because that's not who he identified. He didn't identify. They stripped him from his identity. He don't identify with Malcolm Little. He put an X because he feel that because the X is that you're lost from your identity. And then when he got his identity back and he went to his pilgrimage and he went to his journey, he went to Africa and he adopted the Muslim name. He adopted a name that he identified with when he did his studies and his culture or his ethnicity or his ancestries and stuff like that. There is no such thing as black and white. There's no such thing as that. That's made up. That's made up to divide. You call yourself black, it's just as equivalent as calling yourself Malcolm X. The X. I ain't talking about Malcolm, the X. Ain't no such thing as colors, man. You could read all scriptures, read the Quran, read the Bible. There was no such thing as black and white. That was made up. That's made up to divide, conquer, divide, capitalize. That's what it is. No such thing. Bro, I'm New York Dominican. Yo soy un gringo. Ain't no such thing. None of that. That's all made up. That's made up. Who made that up, by the way? Who? Think about that. Who made these colors? Go to anywhere you go. Oh, the thing is, there's a lot of American people that never travel outside the country. I remember when I first started traveling outside the country, and people would be like, why in America everything is so racial? Why is everything in America all black and white? Because people don't identify. Even in the UK, some nations have identified the terminology in America because, America is influential. But think about it in boxing. Has anybody say Tyson Fury, the white Brit? Anthony Joshua, the black Brit? Nobody say that. Nobody called Conor Ben the black Brit. You never heard that. Nobody says Dillian White, the black Brit. We never heard those terminology because in Southern nations, they don't play that little black and white stuff. In other nations, they have cultural differences, religion differences. Those are their battles. Over here in America, it's this made up color shit. He said, punch, you making sense. All right. That don't make sense then. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their opinion. I'm not making sense then. So there's such thing called black and white. Name me the nation that's white. I'm going to go to the airport and I said, can I get a ticket to White Nation? I'm sorry here. We don't have any air flights to go out there to White Nation. I'm sorry. No, can you take me to black? I want to take a plane. I'm going to go to JetBlue. I'm going to go to Delta. Can I get a ticket to go to Black Nation? Sir, I don't. No, come on. I know there's a lot of black people in the world, so I want to go to Black Nation. I want to go to White Nation. How about Yellow Nation? Can I take a plane to Yellow Nation? You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't want to talk about that because if people don't want to admit it because they don't want to admit that they're lost. They don't want to admit that they're ignorant. They don't want to admit that they're lost. So they be like, hey, yo, I'm black. And you black, though. You black, punch, because you Dominican. You black, yo, because you Puerto Rican. You black because you think. You black. You're not Latin. You guys, what are you? So you're black. You're black. But what are you? You saying you black, but I never been to black. Where's black at? Can you take me to black? Can you take me to black? Can you take me to country black? Not even Africans refer themselves as black. You don't hear black. They don't even refer themselves as black. That's all made up, man. And when people keep repeating all that stuff, it's still, you know what I'm saying? You're still lost. You're lost. You identify with culture. That's the beautiful thing. We're all brothers and sisters, sons and daughters of the Most High. What makes us different is culture. What makes us beautiful is culture. That's what it is. It's just culture. Anybody could adopt any culture. Just like hip hop. You could be hip hop and then you'd be like, I want to be in Gothic culture. Gothic. You know what I'm saying? I want to wear all black with the black nail polish, all piercings and stuff like that, rock and roll and whatever, stuff like that. Dark EDM, German EDM. No such thing as that, man. Oh, Bo, them BS Dr. Umar wannabes and stuff like that. That's hustling the people, race hustlers and shit like that. It's so easy to that's race and color is America's bottom dollar. That's their bottom dollar. That's their bottom line hustle. And as much as people still call themselves white and black and stuff like that, they're gonna keep on hustling the people. There ain't no such thing as that. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I was supposed to have an interview with this fighter that's gonna be performing on the same night of February 8th. Maybe next time, maybe tomorrow. We'll do the interview. We'll go a little bit earlier, ladies and gentlemen. So you know what I'm saying. Let me cut this one short. Well, I'm supposed to have a fighter coming to the live. So next time, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow we do it again. I'm gonna go earlier, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. We're going live tomorrow. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody, man. Love y'all. God bless you. I already know, man, what I said earlier. We're all brothers and sisters, sons and daughters of the Most High. We're one race, the human race. We're one race, the human race. What makes us beautiful, what makes us different is culture. We're the buffet of earth, all right? That's what we are, one race. And the culture, Latino culture, beautiful. That's my culture. That's my culture. I love it. I fight for it. You know what I'm saying? So let me know what y'all think, man, about what Teofimo Lopez is going to show up tomorrow. Not tomorrow, on February 8th. Which Teofimo Lopez you think is going to show up? Is it going to be the Teofimo Lopez going to fight to the level of his competition, or is it going to be Teofimo Lopez that beat Vasily Lomachenko and beat Josh Taylor, or the best Teofimo Lopez that you ever seen? 47% says Tszyu that beat Taylor. 15% says the one that beat George Camboso. 9% says the one that beat Richard Comey, the second round KO. And 30% feels like the best Teofimo Lopez yet. So the Josh Taylor one wins. So let's see which Teofimo Lopez is going to show up. Hopefully we see the best Teofimo Lopez that we ever seen. He's still young. He's entering his prime. And I think he got all the skills and talent, the ingredients to be the cash cow of the sport of boxing. Let me know what y'all think. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.